There is definitely a problem with tech and a one-bag life, because nowadays there is tech for almost everything in our life and every possible situation. On the other side, as a one-bag lifer, you want to save as much space in your bag as you can. That's why I will show you in this video an extreme minimalist approach to tech in a one-bag life and how to bring as less as possible but also be prepared for every possible situation. And at the end of the video, as always, I will give you my best tip on how you can decide what tech to bring in your bag for your next trip, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. For all of you who are new to my channel, I'm Sven. Just a regular guy whose biggest pursuit and dream it is to live his whole life out of just one carry-on sized bag. And I'm an extreme minimalist with less than 150 possessions after being a minimalist for over 7 years. So hit the subscribe button and like, but most important, don't forget to share a comment with your opinion at the end of the video and join me on my way to a true one-bag life and to see how an extreme minimalist life could look like. But I would say, let's start. I think everybody who is watching this video right now knows this situation very good. You want to go on the next vacation, on a trip, or just to a work meeting, and you need to pack your bag and think about the tech stuff that you will bring, and it comes everything to your mind. Maybe your camera, your e-reader, your phone, your normal camera, your laptop. So there are a lot of things that you are thinking of to bring on this trip to be prepared for every possible situation and everything that could happen where you could need some tech. And trust me when I say I was the same. Before I turned to minimalism and then extreme minimalism and a one-bag life, I had a lot of tech and every possible accessory for that tech. I had a console just for gaming, a TV just for looking TV, my laptop as my main working device, my phone as my daily driver, an e-reader just to read books, multiple cameras, and then also like a tablet just for writing notes down and watching YouTube videos and everything that belongs around that. So a lot of tech for a very specific purpose. And just as I turned, as I said, to minimalism and then extreme minimalism and a one-bag life, I realized that I don't need much of that tech anymore. But nowadays, honestly, even with pursuing extreme minimalism, I have a lot of tech and I need to try to put that down or to cut that down to a low number. So let's start off with my laptop. So I have a regular laptop and I carry it in a protective case. So if it gets damaged or hit the ground, it hopefully won't break. And I also have like such a keyboard cover on that. So like crumbs or everything don't get stuck in the keyboard. So nothing very special. I always carry a quite long charging cable for that laptop, because in some cases, especially when you are traveling, some of the power outlets are very far from the space where you can work. So this is a very important thing. And most of the times I carry a sleeve for my laptop as well. So I just can carry it much more easily to a coffee or any place else where I want to work. And the main cause why I carry a laptop in the first place is that it's my, I would say, main work device. So I cut my YouTube videos on that, I watch YouTube videos on that laptop. So it's mainly for work and in some cases, as I said, for watching YouTube videos. The next device is maybe the most obvious tech device almost every one of us is carrying, and that's my phone. And it's as simple as it can get. It's just a regular small phone with a MagSafe case and a MagSafe wallet, I would call it. So it just holds like my cards and attaches to the back of the phone. And I carry a charging cable for that phone. So, I mean, I don't think I need to explain it. It's my daily driver. And I just carry one cable for everything. So I don't need to carry like a big pouch full of cables. The next tech item is maybe one of the most important ones to me personally, and it's my camera. So right now I really can't show you my camera, so I will film it with my phone so you can see it while you're watching the video. And as you can see, it is just a regular camera with a lens attached to it, and I have some little accessories for them. So first of all, I have this little tripod so it can stand up everywhere and I can film these videos much better than doing it handheld. And then I have also like this little transmitter which transmits to the microphone I use. And as you can maybe see, this is the microphone, so it's a very tiny microphone. And I also have a handcuff, so it is maybe or maybe not more or less secured on my wrist. So that are the most important things. And I carry as well all the accessories for the camera, like the lens caps and all the accessories for the microphone as well. And one thing I should mention, I only carry one battery, so no extra batteries, and 2 SD cards. And I don't carry a dedicated charger for the battery because I always charge the battery with my cable you saw before. So talk about the laptop charging cable, and I just charge the battery inside my camera. But that's actually not the only camera I carry at the moment, because especially for that trip I carry a second camera, which is a action camera. And normally I wouldn't have that one because I can do everything that I need with this camera. But especially for that trip I bought one with a lot of accessories actually. So some of them are already on that camera, like the cage that you can see here. You have a lot of accessories when you buy them to attach them to anything else or everything else, and to protect the camera as well. And I have one, I would say, dive case for it, so you can dive with it underwater, and one of these floating sticks, so if you lose it underwater it floats up to the ceiling, so that are very handy as well. And I have one charging cable. And as I mentioned, I normally wouldn't bring such a camera or buy such a camera, but especially for this trip I will often go diving, kayaking, snorkeling, and do activities I maybe don't want to carry my phone onto, like paramoto or something. So I felt the need to have an action cam, especially as I said for diving. Last but not least, my e-reader. And the e-reader is maybe one of the smallest things I carry and the one with the least amount of accessories, because I only actually have this case for the e-reader, so it's a little bit more protected against damage in the weather. Because as I do it with my camera as well, I will charge it with the long cable I have for my laptop. And yes, the e-reader is just there because I started reading when I started traveling, and now I'm very into reading, and because of the space I want to save in my bag, I decided that bringing a lot of books in this e-reader is much more comfortable and much more, I would say, easy to use than always buying books in the store and carry them in your backpack, which is heavy as well. Lastly, let's talk about the accessories I bring, and I will just go briefly through them because most of them have a very specific purpose, so I think every one of you can access what exactly I use them for. So first of all, I have a universal charging brick, which just charges almost everything. It has multiple USB outlets and can be used in every major country, so there's every major plug used on this brick, so it's just for charging everything that I carry that needs a charge. The second thing that I actually can show you in the moment is my SSD hard drive, so an external SSD with its cable because it's hooked up to my laptop, and that's just for storing all my data that I'm collecting on this trip. I also carry one one external battery bank, and I would say I just used it 2 or 3 times because most of the times everything that I use holds its charge for a whole day, so I can charge it at night or during the night. And actually the last accessory that I use is maybe one that's not that convenient, but for me it's perfect, and that's the only pair of headphones I bring, and these are actually wired headphones. So I don't own wireless headphones because I prefer the sound of wired headphones, and I noticed for me that when I'm just having wired headphones, I usually listen to music less often and enjoy more of the scenery or more of the moment I'm currently in. So as you can see, even as an extreme minimalist who's pursuing a one-bag life, I still have a lot of tech and accessories, and I'm still trying to boil that down to a smaller number because for me personally, I just want an easier life that does not rely as much on tech as it now does. But honestly, for the moment, I'm very happy with it because most of my tech has one or more use cases, so I can use it for just more than one thing, and everything serves a purpose. And I used, I would say, almost everything except the battery bank, I would say, on this trip, so it's very useful to me personally at this moment, but as I said, I definitely want to size it down to a lower number. But now that you know what tech items I'm currently bringing as an extreme minimalist who's pursuing a one-bag life, I will give you my best tip on how you can decide what tech items are important for you and what you should bring on your next trip in your bag, even if you're not pursuing a one-bag life. The first things that you should pack are your essentials. So it's maybe your phone as your daily driver, maybe your laptop or your tablet as your work device. The most important thing about these things is that they need to be essential. So you couldn't leave without them without sacrificing messaging your friends or your family, or without sacrificing your work that you maybe need to do or to do your projects. So these should be the tech items that you pack first in your backpack. The second thing to think about is to just bring multi-purpose items, or aim for that you mostly bring multi-purpose items. So maybe this camera seems like a one-purpose item just for capturing footage, maybe from diving or everything else. But in my case, it's a backup camera for everything that I do on YouTube. So if my camera fails me, I have a second camera that I can film my videos on. So I try to bring multi-purpose items, or items that help me to size down the rest of my kit. And the last point is to bring just one extra item for your personal uses. For me personally, this is my e-reader. So I don't really necessarily need an e-reader because I can read on my phone, I can read on my laptop. But for me personally, it just serves the purpose that I'm always reading before I go to bed or when I'm on long flights and bus rides. So I would say to you as well, don't bring like 5 extra items that you maybe need, because most of the times these things serve just one very specific purpose and you use them a lot less than you maybe think at the beginning. So I would definitely say one thing is very good, just to, I would say, can steal some time from your day when you need it, or when you're bored, you can do something else than everything else with your laptop or with your phone. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe and like. But most important, share a comment with your opinion on what is the most important tech that you need to bring in your bag if you need to. The next video will be about the toiletries that I bring as an extreme minimalist who is pursuing a one-bag life. In the meantime, you can watch my last video where I show you my 24-piece wardrobe that I wear in my one bag as an extreme minimalist pursuing a one bag life. But as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.